Well, President Biden, as you know, spending time on the southern border yesterday. It was brief and it was confusing, but he was there. He attempted to convince Americans that the border crisis is the GOP's fault. It's Republicans, you see, and specifically Donald Trump, a guy who has been in office for 3 years, whose invasion then was 400,000 people a year. Now it's 3.5 million. He's blasting Republicans for opposing his so-called border bill, which was no border bill at all, but a funding bill for Ukraine. But polls show he's out of touch with Americans and their priorities in reality as a whole. A new poll from Harvard-Harris shows that over half of respondents, including 28% of Democrats, agree with Donald Trump's opposition to that so-called bipartisan compromise bill. Why? Because it's junk. Because the majority believe that Secretary Mayorkas isn't doing enough, if anything at all, to enforce the laws we already have on the books, and that the Biden administration has the legal power it needs right now to address our border security. Democrat pundits want you to believe that border security is racist, of course, but the polls show that nearly 2 in 3 voters are concerned about a worsening situation at the border, and a whopping 71% want border policies tougher, and that includes 56%, over half of the Democrats as well. Join me now to discuss this, someone who has firsthand knowledge as a native Texan standing up for a border town, Mauro Garza, running to represent the Texas 34, the congressional district there, Texas 34. Mauro, good to have you here on the program.
Thank you for having me, Steve.
Glad to have you here. All right, give some people an idea of the 34th congressional district in Texas. What would be something we would know there so we have a good idea of what we're talking about? All right.
I couldn't get that question. Sorry. What's it?
Well, I just want to know what district you're in, but that's okay. Tell me in your district where it is and the challenges you are facing there in Texas 34.
Well, one of the things we're feeling down here in Texas 34 goes from Kingsville to Brownsville, the border, is the cost of illegal immigration. It is just an unfair burden. In terms of illegal immigration suppresses American wages. You know, we're no longer the party of Wall Street. We're like the party of Main Street. I see us as conservative Republican issue based on the suppression of wages. It's making it very difficult for our district, our constituents, to those who are having a hard time as it is with the inflation and those kinds of things, to climb out of poverty. In just education alone in the U.S., illegal immigration has cost $13 billion. In just Texas alone, $7 billion. It was described by Todd Bensman as a human tsunami is what we have here. The Border Patrol has had to handle 7.6 million illegal aliens in a 36-month period, and we are feeling it down here.
Yeah, let me ask you this. Hispanic voters traditionally have voted blue, but we see what's happening in Texas. We see what's happening in New Mexico and Arizona and California, and some of those areas will probably remain blue. But in Texas, it seems to me that Hispanic voters believe in faith and family and country, and they believe in the border. They believe that most of their families and their relatives that came here, whenever they may have come here, this year, a generation ago, 10 generations ago, they came here legally. They became Americans, and they're proud to be Americans. I see a change happening from Florida to Texas and all across this country of Hispanic voters going from blue to red. Are you seeing the same thing?
Absolutely. We are all about God, family, and country, but what we're looking for now is a plan. We're looking for a qualified candidate, a candidate that is not an establishment candidate. You know, Washington, D.C. does not know about the district as the district knows about it. You know, we need to pick a qualified candidate. We want people to know that we have district-wide issues, and we need somebody that's going to go to Congress. And, you know, they're going to keep coming. until the laws are changed. You know, we have bases all over the world, and if our military folks have a child there, does that child become a citizen of Germany or so what have you? What we need to do in Congress is first enforce the existing laws and then change laws, because we have for 175 years been doing band-aid after band-aid after band-aid, and so we are now wanting a solution. We need solution-oriented individuals to go to Congress, not those that are handpicked by the D.C. establishment to tell us who they think should be our congressperson down here. So I think that's what's resonating down here.
Time to stand up for America, isn't it, Mauro? Time to stand up for America. I wish you well in your run for that district, that 34th Congressional District in Texas, because we need more sound, sane voices like you, Mauro. Thank you for being here.